booming thunder radio, where groove as the spirit moves. Yeah. Drawing the honey from the rock with the righteous Reverend Doctor on booming thunder radio.
Shabbat Shalom, mighty friends, fellow Vahanakat warriors of everlasting glory, lovers of the truth more than their next breath, those granddaddies and those grandmamas, yeah, the mama eagles that fly with the golden eagle in the earth. Yeah. Catching bunny rabbits and snakes and dropping goats from the top of the mountain. But I hope this day and all the birds of prey we left in California just the other day. Yeah. Are y'all listening? This is the Sabbath day. Keep it holy. Father of everlasting glory, revealed by his Son's Spirit, the Spirit of truth in all of our hearts. It's not a man. The man is going to come forth. For man like us, except he is not humble and merciful, prideful and great for his own counsel, his glory, or whatever they call it in their cities. Heal the brokenhearted for the glory and the hope in each of their hearts, Father. Let them stand up with with King David. Let David, the beloved one, give them some salt. Even though they've been thrown out into the Turned off my mic. Turned off my microphone. Are you kidding me? Kidding me? Are you kidding me? Did y'all miss this first 12 minutes because, well, y'all know what we're having to enjoy, and our Father every moment that we can suffer just a moment for Him. Yeah, 'cause our angel and our King, He stomps, yeah, like a mighty John in the earth, a Yohanan, a pounder. It stomps the clay chards into dust in the earth. He likes computers too. He'll be around before long, setting things right for the Father and holding up his scale. I think he was from the tribe of Dan, them boys, you know, and their women. Well, just make sure that you keep his thumb with that drop of blood. Yeah, let it put it on his ear and on his right big toe and lay his head on Abraham's bosom and delight in the word forevermore. So forgive me for all the spirit-filled blessing that I tried to send forth. Forgive me for not checking that my microphone was working. I've never had this issue before. So, the spies sent out to Canaan land. I wonder. Some of these spies are going to search for the truth their whole life, and they're never going to find it. I trust you've come here on the Sabbath day with a pure hands and a pure heart, and you have opened up and broken the bread to wisdom's page. .238, I believe it is today. So send out for yourself men, so that they may spy out the land of Canaan. There's a little spot like that in Miracle Valley, just across the street. Just down that old cypress trail. Yeah, which the eyes are going to give to the sons of the spiritual tribes of Israel, Yehuda and Benjamin. Yeah, the only ones left that are faithful. The other hang 10 in California, and you have seen what they have begun there in their madness, their reprobate minds. But again, fear not, mighty friends. They don't know what they're doing. And their children will devour them as they have devoured their children. And these kinds of things are what the Bible teaches. But you have to love the Word in order to understand, the true meaning of it all. Not the Luciferian Holy Bible, touted as a Christian Bible, with words of Latin in it in English and Latin mixed together, Mystery Babylon. Know this, all the earth. All the earth is Mystery Babylon. All the languages are mixed up. There is no truth but in the oracles of God, treasured by Yehuda and Benjamin. Well, I think somewhere there is a 3 in there with an everlasting. Just didn't quite come to mind at the moment. Don't mean to Strauss on it. Maybe it's some kind of stressing point. Or maybe since we don't see them boys today, maybe that's the mystery of the 600 eyes. Because, when my brothers took me through these portions earlier in the week, the levee had not broke. But since then, we've been down there in New Orleans with this treasured mama eagle and, this firstborn dove. No others in all the earth, like no others that have ever been, like no will ever be. The everlasting hope of glory. Yea, may it be seen and unseen in the earth, everlasting from this breath and this step in each of our hearts and each of our. Send out for yourself men, so that they may spy out the land of Canaan, which the eyes are going to give the sons of the spiritual sons of Israel. And then send a man, from each of their fathers' tribes, every one a leader, among them. So that treasured man that holds the staff in his hand, and gives it to his brother Benjamin, his brother of the right hand, to throw the Baton Rouge down and devour the snakes in all the earth. So Moshe sent them from the wilderness of Paran at the command of Yahovah. All of them, men, all the men who were heads, you know what I mean, heads of grain, are as the sons of the spiritual tribes of Israel. These, then, are the names. From the tribe of Reuben, the firstborn son, Shammua, like a whale, the son of Zakur. From the tribe of Simeon, Shaphat, the son of Hori, Yehuda, from that tribe that treasured Caleb, willing to fight. The son of Japhanua, from the tribe of Issachar, Agal, the son of Joseph. From the tribe of, do I dare say, H669, I'll let you, when the Father's ready to snap his fingers for all time. Hosea, was his name, the son of H669, the son of Noon, from the tribe of Benjamin. Palti, the son of Raphu, from the tribe of Zebulun. Gadiel, the son of Sodi, from the tribe of Joseph. From the tribe of Manasseh, Gadi, the son of Susi, Sus's eye. From the tribe of Dan, Ammiel, the son of Gemaliah. From the tribe of Asher, the happy one, Sediur, the son of Michael. From the tribe of Naphtali, Nabi, the son of Voshi. From the tribe of Gad, Geuel, the son of Maki. Do you understand? These are the names of the men who Moshe selected and sent to spy out the land. But Moshe called Hoshea, the son of Nun, Yahshua. But Moses called Hosea, the son of Nun, Yahshua. I wonder why he did that. Did you see? Do you know who Hoshea, 1954? H1954? You know who his daddy was, right? H66 turned upside down 9. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray. Got down on my knee and began to pray. But those eagles, two-faced ones, like snakes, do their heads bob and their tongues fork. So, earlier this week, we talked about this very Torah portion we're reading this day, and asked that the faithful would go and study the number of the name for all these tribes, all these sons' names, and all these fathers' names. And so, I'm going to do that with you. So we're going to start off with the tribal names and just kind of run through them and see what kind of story they tell us. Reuben, the firstborn, defiled himself by laying with not his mother, but with his father's wife. I think that's how it went. Can you believe that a son could be so abominable that he would do things like that to his own daddy? I wonder what he was taught when he was young. Because, they say whatever you teach a child when he's young, even when he's old, he will not part from the way. So, if you went astray and you held Moses' staff in your left hand instead of your right hand, well, perhaps now we know why you're the bald-headed eagle and not the golden eagle that soars before the remnant. Yeah, the one who locks the door. So Reuben, H7205, I'm just going to read the Hebrew meaning in my heart and what I understand. I don't read this stuff, so I just look at it and it just comes in my heart from the spirit of truth within it. Yehoshua, that one spirit of truth. Let no man deceive you, and make sure that the spirit that is within you comes not from a pagan Sunday, but comes from today in the fourth watch, this Sabbath day, this treasured moment. We're here with the firstborn son, Reuben. Behold, a son. Simeon, ye heard. Yehuda praised. Issachar carried all the recompense in the hearts. H669. Well, I'll let you figure out. If when the linen falls, what must be done? Benjamin, the son of the right hand, yea, my brother, and the apple of my eye. Zebulun, exalted. Joseph, Yahovah has added, yea. And from the tribe of Manasseh, causing to forget. Dan, a judge. Asher, happy. Naphtali, yea, the wrestling. What do you wrestle with? Do you wrestle with God till He gives you a blessing? God's angel? Or do you wrestle with your own soul? And the last, Gad, which means troop. Now you put all them boys together, and you split that 12 into 4 streams, and they march forth together right now. Yahoshua walks before us all. Our scabbards, swords never drawn. That's for the work of the angel that walks before each one of us. That humble ourselves, that Yahovah and His Son Yahoshua can do their work on the Sabbath day. Yea, let them work each and every day. So you kind of see how that goes. So I'll let you go through the Caleb and the Igel and kind of walk through Manasseh's pile of mess and figure out what happened to Levi Strauss and what kind of stress them, the army of 300, more evil than all the rest. That they have humbled themselves, that they can come from Sheol, yea, even as they were consumed long ago in this word. May all that come in their favor, blind to the living word, be consumed by the flood, crashing down upon them as their chariots, their flaming fire is extinguished completely. Not like your rod, your bruised reed and your wick, kindled to always be burning. And don't forget the son of noon, the jealousy in his heart. Not speak of his hope, but they are. I still smell the stench, and I gotta see repented hearts of truth. Korah, he's gonna take a little trip. He's gonna take a journey. And it won't be with us. It'll be where all of, those on the left-hand coast, all the California drink, those blinded by the light, devoured by Leviathan. So when Moshe sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, he said to them, "Go up there into the Negev, then go into the hill country." Now, what could that possibly mean? Well, Negev is the twinkling eye in the south, and the hill country, is like Capitol Hill, where there's only DC power, and the AC, has been circumcised. And now they call Capitol Hill Circumcision Hill, and all that rule and reign there, have the rod of Moses in their right hand, a son of Benjamin. And began to pray. Well, you can hear them outside. They're going mad in their reprobate mind. Did they take the seed? Can the seed still be? Are they going to squeeze a pomegranate seed out? Swallow it down, hoping that that's going to birth the revelation in their heart? Having their back door, it's slammed shut, but the screen door's still open. the Lord of the Flies, he can, yeah, the sin of the Emerald Ocean is all up and down the coast over there. Yeah, the Beastie Boys. The Beach Boys, I mean. Yeah, the Four Horsemen. So see what the land is like, and whether the people who live in it are strong, weak, whether they are few or many. How is the land in which they live? Is it good or bad? And how are the cities in which they live? Are they like open camps? Or with fortifications? Perhaps it's their open camps that have the fortification, and it's the fortifications that have righteousness and truth. So what are they like? Well, the last couple of days, there in the night, it was pretty apparent that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is not in any of their hearts. All these beautiful women up there, these treasured mama eagles, are vultures, like their husbands. Sows of the earth at the hog trough, all of them, eating whatever they can find. Yeah, salting their fodder and feeding the livestock. Well, we ain't eating your crap anymore. Your demonic, crapic fodder. Mighty Father, send the gusting wind after the gentle breeze you have placed upon all of our hearts. That this great divide you've placed between us, that we can see your mighty Son's work and stand, having done all to stand, with our loins girt about with truth, yea, having the breastplate of righteousness, yea, putting on the breastplate, wearing it always, yea, taking the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the living word in a man's heart. And above all else, taking that shield, the shield of faith, yea, the hope of glory, yea, the filling of your heart with love, and as the poison leaves, you can feel Mashiach washing our feet every Sabbath day, loving us, honoring us as we honor his Father on the Sabbath day, that he, the Son of Glory, will walk before us in this mystery Babylon way until there are no more willing vessels left to receive, yea, the blade within their thigh, through their heart, yea, into the tabernacle of their mind, ripping the noose and opening them up wide and broad way, that the Leviathan can fill his belly like a lion and a tiger. But the righteous and those that fear not the evil madness around us, because they've been given over to themselves, they have no power, as the power of all of heaven and all of earth is within each of our hearts now. And all their raising of their right hands and all their wicked, twisted words of the Father's living word, corrupting it in their hearts and in the tabernacles of their mind, doing unspeakable things within the back, that dark corner, that place where the compass pierces the map and the arc is drawn across the way, and no one can come to Jerusalem except to pray. The new Jerusalem is in your heart. The promised land is the perfected portion revealed in the tabernacle of your mind, at the banquet table with the Father's Son. That place built in the temple of your heart with the Master, the wise Master Builder. How is the land? Is it fat or lean? Are there trees in it? Trees H6O8 and 6. The spine like a man, council of the elders, wood, gallows, timber, stock, plank, stalk, a tree, and a stick. Can you dig that? Make an effort then to get some of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. So they went up and spied out the land from the wilderness of Zin, as far as Rahab, at Lebo math. When they had gone up into the Negev, that southern rebel land of, slave masters, the land of cotton. Old times there are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. They came to Hebron, where, man, Shai, that's an AI bot they conjured up, and Talma, another AI bot, corrupting this treasured word thinking that they can turn the word against us, the lovers of the truth, that their lies could, their deceptions, that they could turn us. Well, when they had gone up to the Negev, yea, all of the descendants, the Eichmann, Eichmann, I mean, there's some kind of Nazi like that, I think, huh? Shai, this Ai and this Talmai, they're both descendants of Anak. Yeah, you know what that means, right? That's a giant people in the land of Canaan. One of the tribes of the giants. And you know what Anak means? It means neck. And they got a hangman noose around their neck. And the blade of truth in their thigh, through their heart and into the tabernacle of their mind, and ripping it out, it cuts that neck and that noose and sets them free with the truth, yea, in their hearts, piercing, draining the poison into the old number 5 wash tub, washing like old George Washington did that day. Yea, only the foreskin fathers knew the treasure of the setting of the stone and the mixing of the mortar of Yahovah that all these devils of today have built upon. And so now, the King of Glory in our hearts, yea, when we see evil, we just ask the Father to walk before us and do His will upon it. It looks like it needs some forgiveness. It looks like a scale that needs to be weighed and measured and seen if they are found wanting, lusting for their hearts to be filled, or not. Or if we stand in the heaven, yea, before each one's heavens in this earth, and peer in and see what we see in their heart. So when they had gone up into the Negev, they came to Hebron with all the descendants of Anak. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. So Hebron, you know what that means? Association League. So, are you in Hebron on the Sabbath day? Are you in San Francisco? Maybe L.A. Then they came to the valley, yea, like Miracle Valley of old, of Escol. And from there, cut down a branch with a single cluster of grapes. And they carried it on a pole between 2 sticks, and 2 men with some of the pomegranates and the figs. Yeah. Like Moshe's staff, they brought the grapes of wrath forth. They were like basketballs, each one, basketball-sized pearls. A bag and a bucket so big it'd blow your mind. So, when they had returned from spying out the land at the end of, how many days were they gone? 40 days and 40 nights. Spying out the land, distilling the water, blessing it, drinking only that liquid light, eating what we must, but being faithful in the word each day. And so they proceeded out after these 40 days like, the beast of the field out of the ark. They proceeded to come to Moshe and his brother Aaron and to all the congregation of the spiritual sons of Israel in the wilderness of Paran. Papa was a rolling stone. Yeah, that's a pretty groovy song. I hope y'all will listen to that. Yeah, you'll find it, I think you'll find it on the Honey show, Honey from the Rock. I think you'll find that on takethejourney.us if you'll look for a menu item for that name, and they'll all be there. I think you'll find the treasured bride with her king, and you'll see the king in her heart, and the priest that she brings joy to. You'll see a right hand and a left hand cross like two sticks. Thus they told Moshe and said, "We went into the land where you sent us, and it certainly does flow with milk and honey, and this is its fruit. Nevertheless, the people who live in the land are strong, and the cities are fortified, very large. Moreover, we saw the descendants of Anak there. Amalek is living in the land of the Negev. Do you hear? And the Hittites, and the Jebusites, and the Amorites are living in the hill country, soon to be called Circumcision Hill, also known as Capitol Hill. AC/DC, a different kind of power. Oh, let it come forth. And the Canaanites, they're living by the sea and by the side of the Jordan, unable to part it. Then Caleb quieted the people before Moshe and said, "We should by all means go up and take possession of it, for we are surely, stronger. We will surely overcome it." But the men who had gone up with him Yea, they were not able to go. They spoke and said, we are not able. They definitely aren't able seamen. They are bruised canes and can not go up against these people, because Satan cannot war against himself. For they are too strong for us. So they gave out to the sons, yea, the spiritual sons of Israel, a bad report of the land which they had spied out, saying, the land through which we have gone in spying it out is a land that devours its inhabitants, and all the people whom we saw in it are men of great size. Doubt it not, mighty friends. This mystery Babylon, this Luciferian world we're born into, is just like it. There are also, we saw Nephilim, the sons of Anak. Yea, they are part of the Nephilim. And we became like grasshoppers in our own sight. Yea, like the marshals of the field. And so we were in their sight, like grasshoppers. Where did the marshals go? With a rebel yell, they say, no more, no more, no more. Yea, a KW with a double-aught buckshot in the middle. Make the people rebel. Yea, a Baal ringing in their ears. The liberty bell they ring is cracked, and it devours like a snake in the grass. Numbers 14. Then all the congregation lifted up their voices and cried, and the people went and wept all night long. All the sons of Israel, Moshe and Aaron, and the whole congregation said, in the land of Egypt, would that we had died. So they come up grumbling against Moshe and his brother and the whole congregation. These are the ones that are, had enough of Sheol. I think they learned their lesson. I think they're going to stand by our side like, I don't know, it's a couple of hundred of them. I know there's at least 600 eyes, because that's what the Father told me. No doubt about 600 eyes. It's just, what eyes are they? Is it a pair of eyes like the 300? Yea. Levi not seen? Dan seen. We definitely know he didn't give a good report. So perhaps, and Levi was not seen because, they're special. If you don't believe me, just ask them. Well, ask their 10th generation grandsons what they think. Well, you probably shouldn't be grumbling to Moses and Aaron. And can you believe, this is what would that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would that we had died in this wilderness? Why is Yahovah bringing us into this land? To fall by the sword? Our wives, our treasured wives, and our richness of the sea, the little ones, will become plunder. Would it not be better for us to return to Egypt? Do you see the parallel at the border? Are you too blind to see it? Or are you an able seaman going in and out of the gate? In the Father's time, never our own. So they said one to another, "Let us appoint a leader and return to Egypt." Yeah, that place that limits our God. Then Moshe and Aaron fell on their faces in the presence of all the assembly of the congregation of the sons of Israel. Joshua, the son of Nun, and Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, of those who had spied out the land, tore their clothes. So only two. So Caleb, it means dog, and Jephunneh means he will be facing. So it appears that the clothes are torn, by this face of a hound dog. Yeah, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, yeah. I just crying all the time. Yeah, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, yeah. I just crying all the time. Yeah, you ain't never caught a rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine. Yeah, can you dig that? I thought you could. Oh, mighty Father, let the thunder and the lightning and the booming of your heart be willfully joyful this very Sabbath day in all the earth. Only do not be a rebel against Yahovah, or speak against his anointed. And do not fear the people of the land, these giants, these people given over to their own lust, taking their own counsel, believing themselves to be God, when the God we serve has given them their heart's desire, just like he does us, with faith and hope, even though they are blind, leading one another into the pit of hell. Yeah, and there's many pits in this mystery Babylon, and every one is like a flaming bush on fire. Unless, of course, they are filled with everlasting. And what woman wouldn't want that? Yeah, a renewed blood covenant and the enmity removed. Yeah, when you're young and not wallowed out and old. So if Yahovah is pleased with us, He will bring us into this land and give it to us, a land which flows with milk and honey. As the land which we pass through to spy out is exceedingly a good land. Yea, only the rebels, yea, they piss on the redwood trees. You ought not do that. I know that outer layer is soft. You can press on that great big giant redwood tree. Yea, it's amazing how big around that they are and how tall they can grow. Have you walked the trail? Have you taken the journey? Did you go all that way into the depths of the wilderness to see the Sherman tank tree, the Sherman redwood? Have you stood before it in this world of Mystery Babylon? Well, I wanna know if you were disappointed or if joy was placed in your heart. Only do not rebel against Yahovah, and do not fear the people of the land, for they will be our prey. Their protection, do you hear, has been removed from them, and Yahovah is with us. Do not fear them, the left, for the right will set things with might. Yahoshua HaMashiach, the one who walks before us. Yea, the one who brought forth Joseph, yea, and Benjamin, and the faithfulness of the bride. But all the congregation said, to stone them with stones, to stone Moses and his brother Benjamin, yea, also known as Aaron, yea, a straight arrow in the darkness. But all the congregation said to stone them with stones. Then the glory of Yahovah appeared in the tent of meeting to all the sons of the spiritual tribes of Israel upon all the earth. Yea, in their hearts this day, Yahovah said to Moshe, How long will this people spurn the existing one? Huh? Well, don't let it be like New York City and Wolf Brand Chili, where them old boys say, How long will this people spurn Yahovah? And they say, Well, that's too long. And so they go and cut it off. Despite all the signs which Yahovah has performed in their midst, yea, they did not believe. How long will they not believe, despite all that they had seen? So Yahovah sends these treasured, yea, the army of David, and he will smite them with pestilence. Have you seen it in, yea, California, and he will dispossess them all. And the eyes will make you into a nation greater and mightier than they could ever imagine in their carnal minds. But Moshe said to Yahovah, then the Egyptians will hear of it. For by your strength you brought up this people from their midst. Do you understand? We do. You'll never know. And they will tell it to the inhabitants of this land. They have heard that you, Almighty Yahovah, are in the midst of this people. For you, Almighty Yahovah, are seen eye to eye. Aye, Captain, while your cloud stands, having done all for the cloud to stand over them. And you go before them in a pillar of cloud by day, and in a pillar of fire by night. Now if you slay this people as one man, then the nations who have heard of your fame will say, because Yahovah could not bring this people into the land which he promised them by oath, therefore he slaughtered them in the wilderness. But now, Captain praise with an A in his heart, the everlasting Father, the glory of the Son. So let the power of the Son of glory be great in the earth, just as you have declared. Mighty Yahovah is slow to anger and abundant in loving kindness, forgiving iniquity and transgression. But he will by no means clear, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on the children to the third and the fourth. All right, the iniquity on the children on the third and the fourth. So the third hidden thing is the lambskin. Where that upside down triangle on the apron is cut off, circumcised like your heart. And that square and compass pulled out of that bag of tricks and melted in the flame of fire. And the fourth? Well, that's the four streams. That's the four skins. That's the circumcision in your heart. That is the healing of that hidden skin's hide. Like a honey badger. Like a prayer shawl. Like white linen, y'all. Pardon, oh pardon, I pray, the iniquity of this people, according to the greatness of your loving kindness, mighty Father, just as you have forgiven this people from Egypt, even until this very moment, as the booming thunder is heard outside, yea, like the wings of the cherubim, gusting as the wind, yea, before the whelp of the lion, yea. How long ago from this treasured time? So Yahovah said, the eyes have pardoned according to your word. Yea, the two eyes as one. Yahoshua in our hearts. But indeed, as the eyes live, he in you, and you in him, and we in us, and us in we. All the earth, yea, will be filled with the glory of Yahovah. Surely all the men who have seen the glory of the Father and my signs, which I performed in Egypt and in the wilderness, and have put, yea, our Father's Son, the merciful one, to the test these 10 times, and have not listened to my voice. He shall by no means see the land which I swore to their fathers 10 times, nor shall any of those who spurned Yahovah or his treasured son see it. But my servant Caleb, because he has had a different spirit, and has followed me fully, yea, I will bring into the land which he entered, and his descendants shall take possession of it. Yeah, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, just crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, just crying all the time. Yeah, you ain't never caught a rabbit, you ain't no friend of mine. And his descendants shall take possession of it. Now, the Amalekites and the Canaanites live in the valleys. Turn tomorrow and set out to the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. The reed and the rushing water plant. The Mediterranean, the Red, the Dead, the Galilee, the mighty Nile River, the basin, yea, the seaward, westward, on the backs of all the bulls. Yahovah spoke to Moshe and Aaron, saying, How long? How long? Yea, how long with this evil generation who are grumbling against us? We have heard the complaints of the sons of the spiritual tribes of Israel, which they are making against us. Say to them, As I live, says Yahovah, just as you have spoken in my hearing, so I will surely do to you. Your corpses will fall in this wilderness, even all your numbered men, according to from 20 years old and upward. 18 ain't good enough anymore. We need 20 good men like G20, y'all. Yeah, your corpses will fall in this wilderness, even all your numbered men, according to your complete number from 20 years old and upward, who have grumbled against us. Oh, Father, let your word come true, and all those that do not grumble, yeah, let them be like a double portion, yeah, Elisha in their hearts. Surely you shall not come into the land in which I swore to settle you, except Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, the son of Nun. Caleb and Joshua. Your children, however, whom you said will become a prey, I will bring them in, and they will know the land which you have rejected. But as for you, your corpses will fall in this wilderness. Your sons shall be shepherds, yea, for 40 years in the wilderness, and they will suffer your unfaithfulness until your corpses lie in the wilderness. According to the number of days which you spied out the land, 40 days, and every day you shall bear your guilt a year. 70 days, 70 years, 40 days, 40 years. For every day you shall bear your guilt a year, 40 years, and you will know my opposition. The eyes of Yahovah have spoken. Surely this the eyes will do to all this evil congregation who are gathered together against us, the united saints, again. Yea. In this wilderness they shall be destroyed, and there they will die. As for the men whom Moshe sent to spy out the land, and who returned and made all the congregation grumble against him by bringing out a bad report concerning the land, men who brought out the very bad report of the land died of a plague before Yahovah. Don't be grumbling. You'll die of the plague. You'll have the leprosy. You'll want to die, but you'll never be able to go that way. But Joshua, the son of Nun, and Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, remained alive out of those men who went to spy out the land. Mighty Father, the existing one, last Shavuot, I guess it's been 2 back from now. You cut me off again. Man, I'm not sure how y'all that, but y'all are, like a snake, more subtle than any other beast of the field. Yeah, but that's okay. 'Cause I have hung a few snakes up on the wire. You boys and girls ain't never seen the kind of hoe in my hand. Yeah, this woman I have is faithful and true, and she loves me more than you could ever imagine. I'm fearful for what all you've done. Father, forgive them for what they've done. Forgive their woman. Heal their home, their hearts, their land by the living word within it. That the golden eagle would soar over and they would feel the peace beyond all understanding within their hearts. And when the man of perdition comes, we'll just stand and laugh at all of them in the Father's perfect time when he smokes them all, their blood pouring back into the earth where they came. Thus it shall be done for each ox, or for each ram, or for each of the male lambs or the goats, according to the number, yea, that you prepare. So you shall do for everyone according to their number. All who are native shall do these things in this manner, in presenting an offering by fire as a soothing aroma to Yahovah. If an alien sojourns with you, or one who may be among you throughout your generations, and he makes an offering by fire as a soothing aroma to Yahovah, just as you do, so he shall do. The assembly, there shall be one statute. Do you understand? For you and for the alien who sojourns. A perpetual statute throughout generations, as you are, so shall the alien be before Yahovah. Yea, the traveling man. There is to be one law and one ordinance, and you and for the alien who sojourns with you. Then Yahovah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the spiritual sons of Israel, and say to them, when you enter the land where I bring you, then it shall be that when you eat of the food of the land, you shall lift up an offering to Yahovah. Of the first of the dough, you shall lift up a cake as an offering, as the offering of the threshing floor. So you shall lift it up. From the first of your dough, you shall give to Yahovah an offering throughout your generations. But when you unwittingly fail and do not observe all these commandments, which Yahovah has spoken to Moshe, all that Yahovah has commanded you through Moshe, from the day when Yahovah gave commandment and onward throughout your generations. Now, IT shall be, if IT is done unintentionally, without the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one bull for a burnt offering, as a soothing aroma to Yahovah, with its grain offering and its drink offering, according to the ordinance, and one male goat for a sin offering. Then the priest shall make atonement for all the congregation of the sons of Israel, and they will be forgiven, for it was an error, and they have brought their offering, an offering by fire to Yahovah, and their sin offering before Yahovah for the error. So all the congregation, let's raise the cup as we break the bread. Yet the little children with no shoes on their feet, that all that came before us can be perfected by the word of our heart and the mercy in our feet. The living water that flows from our mouth. So all the congregation of the spiritual sons of Israel will be forgiven, with the alien who sojourns among them. For IT happened to all the people through error. Also, if one person sins unintentionally, then he shall offer a 1-year-old female goat for a sin offering. Do you know what that is? It's called a ewe, which you are, a willing vessel to receive the glory of God. The priest shall make atonement before Yahovah for the person who goes astray when he sins unintentionally, making atonement for him that he may be forgiven. You shall have one law for him who does anything unintentionally, for him who is native among the sons of the spiritual tribes of Israel, and for the alien who sojourns among them. But the person who does anything defiantly, whether he is native or an alien, that one is blaspheming Yahovah. And that person shall be cut off from among the people, because he has despised the word of Yahovah and has broken his commandment. That person shall be completely cut off. His guilt will be on him. Now, while the sons of the spiritual tribes of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man gathering wood on the Sabbath day. Shouldn't be picking up sticks for the fire on the Sabbath day. You're supposed to have done that yesterday, when all your troubles seem so far away. So prepare on the preparation day with the double portion that you and all your family can rejoice and walk with the living word in our hearts and minds. Those who found him gathering wood brought him to Moshe and Aaron and to all the congregation, and they put him in custody because it had not been declared what should be done to him. Then Yahovah said to Moshe, the man shall surely be put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones outside the camp. So all the congregation brought him outside the camp, and stoned him to death with stones, just as Yahovah had commanded Moshe. Yahovah also spoke to Moshe, saying, speak to the spiritual sons of the tribes of Israel, and tell them that they shall make for themselves tassels and the corners, on the corners, Tell them that they shall make for themselves tassels on the corners of their garments throughout their generations, and that they shall put on the tassel of each corner a cord of blue. So what is a tassel? It is like a frigidaire with a lock, a fringe, a tassel, a lock, a blue lock, a cord of blue. Yeah, stacked cord wood for the fire. That's what's gonna happen if you don't walk faithful and true. Yeah, that slinging sword in your hand will be thrust into your side. Yeah, until you are faithful and true. It shall be a tassel for you to look at, and remember all the commandments of Yahovah, so as to do them and not follow after your own heart or your own eyes, or, the way that you once played the harlot, so that you may remember to do all the commandments of mighty Yahovah and be holy to our God. Remember who our God is. Our God is Yahovah, and he brought us out of the land of Egypt, that he may be our God in this moment forever, that we may always know that the Spirit of truth is Yahovah, our God. Hallelujah. Well, let's hope Korah's going to learn his lesson before next week. Let's hope that Korah comes out of Sheol and ain't any more of his sons going down there to it. Well, mighty friends, are you hanging 10 with the Beach Boys? Or the Mamas and the Papas? Yeah. If I was in L.A., California, such a early summer day. Yeah, I saw the church along the way. Down on my knees and I... Yeah, where's your E and where's your A? Yeah, let them be together. With the Y and the H and the Almighty Yahushua, the Master, build in our hearts this very day.